to solve a murder mystery now. I really want to finish this tonight. Mostly because I don't want to take up another stream playing it. I'm enjoying it. I like it. I like Agatha Christie and murder mysteries. Let's change the stream info to ABC. The ABC murders. I am being on top of the stream info tonight. That was a lot of fun though, you guys. Let's have another night where we play some Jackbox games because we haven't done that in a while. I can't move my mouse yet. Give me a second. I wish they could play the BBC music. Ba-dum, 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 ba-ba-da-dum, ba-ba-da-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. All right, are we ready to solve a murder? We were at 62%. We were... Oh, bonuses. Timeline?
When we receive the first letter, Hastings thinks that it is a joke. As for me, filled with foreboding, I prefer to inform Chief Inspector Japp.
Oh.
Mrs. Asher is not suspicious of the murderer, whom she takes to be an ordinary customer. The old lady turns around to take a packet of cigarettes.
Well, that's a good way to
She's
recap.
beaten to death. We investigate the first murder with Hastings. No suspect has a motive. A few weeks later, we receive a second letter signed ABC. Chief Inspector Japp is informed. The victim's name should start with the letter B. Betty Barnard leaves her work. She's dressed to go out. The young woman is strangled on the beach.
Strangled.
In Bexhill, Donald Fraser appears to be the perfect
I know, big murder
suspect
theme
for
at the end of the
Betty's
night.
murder, but he has no connection with Mrs.
Friday Night
Asher.
Murder.
After dinner,
Okay.
Sir Carmichael Clark takes his usual walk. In Churston, Thorogray and Franklin Clark are the main suspects.
There's a lot we haven't filled in. Okay. Trophies. Whoa, there's a ton of... Thor's hammer! Intention purifies the action. Secret heart. Oh yeah, we did that. I thought, where's all my mustaches? I got all the... Oh, here they are. Samurai mustache, fantastical mustache, Einstein mustache, Freud mustache, Nietzsche, newspaper, double gear, single gear, purring tomcat. Well, that was because I sat in my chair. All right. So we were at the third murder location. We'd gone back to the house to speak to the wife. And we got the skeleton key. So we were in this room. There's this puzzle on the wall, for which we put the ring in. Didn't we? Yeah.
The plates around the picture appear to have unlocked.
Oh, yes, that's
I
right.
think I've already seen these symbols on Franklin's trophies.
That's right. There's symbols all over the place. Ah. Okay, so I have to look around at the trophies to find out where everything was. And there's something, I think, isn't there something over here? Okay, I'm still inspecting the mansion. This is all my people. I've done all these right now. Is there anything in the bookshelf? Or on the desk? Okay, what's here?
Franklin appears to be very active.
Oh, tennis rackets. Hunting rifles. And trophies?
Franklin Clark appears to be a typical British gentleman. A good sportsman, a hunter, a traveler.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is...
July 1920, Alaska Peninsula.
Okay, I want to write this down. Brown Bear, Alaska. Do you think I need to know the year?
July 1920, Alaska Peninsula.
Okay. And what's this one?
February 1922, South Africa.
South Africa is 1922. Great, I don't know what that is. Deer, sort of. I thought there was something over on this wall before we go to the door. Yes. What is this thing? Another puzzle.
A Chinese symbol is engraved on this metal disc. Like this character appears to be the right way round.
Oh. Okay. Guess I can't see the back of it. Is that right? Or is that right?
The position of this character looks right to me.
Okay. I don't think that's right. Yeah, I think it's like this.
Like this character appears to be the right way round. The position of this character looks right to me.
Okay.
Well, well. The characters engraved on this padlock resemble those engraved on the metal discs.
Oh. Well, then, in what order do I have them in? Alright, let me see them all. So, there's this one. Is in the bottom. This one's in the bottom middle. I'm literally drawing it. Wonder what they mean. Does anybody read Chinese? And then this one is in this corner. And, oh, this one's complicated. box. With 3 sections. Okay. Let's look back at the padlock. Okay, so if I put that one, then this one. Does that do anything? No. What if I switch these two? Nothing. Okay, what if I switch the 2 on the end? Or, okay, wait. What if we do it this way? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing?
No, it's not the height.
Okay, let's try again. This one. This one. That one. That one.
No, it's not the height code.
Oh, wait. Oh, I see now. It should be 1, 1, 2. I didn't realize their placement. 3, 4. Okay, try again. So this one's right for number 1, but then number 2 should be this one. Number 3 should be that one, and number 4 should be this one. There it is.
At last, the cupboard.
The cupboard is open.
Helmet, flask, and rifles. Franklin is very well equipped.
Oh, is this where his bullets are?
The railway children. E. Nesbit.
We've just been reading that! A family who moved to Three Chimneys, a house near the railway, after the father who works at the Foreign Office is imprisoned. Oh, we just got spoiled. For Franklin, Aunt Effie's Christmas.
Aunt Effie's Christmas.
1910. Okay, what else have we got?
Genteel and wild. English countryside revisited.
Alistair Bradford. And this one? Why would he keep this in a locked cupboard?
Traveling in China. A practical guide for English travelers.
That's it? All right, let's go look at the other trophies. There's this one over here.
April 1925, Aceh Province, Sumatra.
Sumatra. What does it say?
April
1925?
1925, Aceh Province, Sumatra.
And the pad is like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Is there any over here? I don't think so. I think there's more. What's through
I am
here?
not going to leave campsite now.
Oh, that's how you
I
leave.
still have some things to do.
All right, we'll go look in here. How many do I need? I don't think there's any more. Unless there's one up in the bedroom? Did I open this already?
The door is locked.
Oh, I need a key. I've looked at all of that. Oh, I need a drink. Hydrate. So there's only 3 heads. Unless there's one up in the bedroom. But I'd be Oh no, he won't let me go. Okay. Alright, back to the map. Okay, so we need to open this up, put the key in there.
The plates around the
Posture
pit,
check, good calls,
appear to
Sleepy
have a
Jelly,
knot.
thank you.
I think I've already
And a
seen
stretch.
these symbols on Franklin's trophies.
Alright. Okay, where is... We've got Alaska, South Africa, and Sumatra. Where's Sumatra? That's the same, so that stays. Well, I know where Alaska is. The lion is in Sumatra. Where is Sumatra? Can anybody look it up for me?
The Alaskan Kodiak bear.
Oh, I made it match. Okay. Okay. So the deer is in South Africa, so there's got to be something with a deer over here? Yes.
The African kudu.
So where is Sumatra? Sumatra, Indonesia, island, second largest after Borneo, the Great Sunda Islands, and the Malay archipelago. So it's like in here somewhere? Well then, why aren't these 2 matching? Oh, there's 3. There we go.
The lion
That's
of
why.
Sumatra.
We got it.
I heard the sound
Thank
of a
you.
mechanism.
I heard the sound of a
Strange
mechanism.
way of protecting one's safe.
Okay, the book was 1910. So we'll try that, will we? Nope. Have we found any other code? Oh, wait. Okay, there's 3 years, 1920, 1922, and 1925. Will we try 1920? 1922. 1925. Or maybe... There's got to be a 4-digit code somewhere. Oh my god, it's not going to let me leave? It's not going to let me leave. Oh no. Where else would I have found a year? Is there anything on the map? It literally won't let me back out of this. Oh. Okay, I have to, because I don't have a year. Where would I find a year? There's nothing in the bookshelf. Nothing on the desk. There's nothing here, right? I looked at everything.
Franklin Clark appears to be a typical British gentleman. A good sportsman, a hunter, a traveler.
Maybe there's something else in the books. But there's only 3. There's no numbers there.
The Railway Children, E. Nesbit. For Franklin, und Effie's Christmas.
See, 1910. 1932? 1930s? Yeah, I checked the ring. There's no numbers on it. Maybe there's something. Check my mustache. Did I open this? I thought I opened this.
I've finished with this subject.
Oh, yeah, I guess I did. This is the arsenic that the wife thinks the assistant was poisoning her with. Okay, 1928. Will we try 1928? Just want to double check. I know there's... We saw that. Oh, there's a book here too. 1920. I already tried that.
There are some very valuable objects here.
Mm-hmm. South is upwards.
Compass, point to the south. Bronze and magnetite, Han Dynasty, circa 210 BC, purchased in Hong Kong 1935.
1935. And it won't really let me look at it more than that. Won't let me flip it over. I can turn it around. But the minute I tilt it up, he starts to read.
Bronze and magnetite, Han Dynasty, circa 210 BC.
And I don't think there's any, like, codes on there. I did check the ring. See?
A signet ring bearing the Clark's family's coat of arms.
Oh my God, Cobra.
A number is written on it.
Oh my God. Now I have to do that map all over again. Cobra, you're like, are you sure? Good Lord. We got 3.5 hours left, folks. Okay, I gotta do this again. I literally pulled it out and looked at it and didn't see the number.
Appear to have unlocked. I think I've already seen these symbols on Franklin's trophies.
What a ding dong. Alright. I got a lion. Lion.
The Lion of Sumatra.
Then we've got bear. Oh no. Bear here. Bear here. And where's the other bear? Up here? Yeah.
The Alaskan Kodiak bear.
I was like, why are you putting it away? Isn't that a code on it? Oh God. I'm sorry. I do apologize for being such a ding-dong.
The African kudu.
I literally did not see it, but I remember now when I first got the ring, I remember seeing it and being like, "Oh, there's a code on there."
Protecting one's safe.
All right. 1. I went wandering through the whole house. 1, 5, 8, 7. Click.
These documents are very likely going to help me for the rest of the inquiry.
Oh, okay. +5 ego points. Nice. Okay, what do I got?
12 gold sovereigns. Some shares for the Southern Railway and some treasury bills. This is not worth much. Hardly enough to justify your robbery.
Southern Railway was something,
Eton
right?
College School year, 1912-1913. Franklin Clark. School report for Franklin Clark. According to his teachers, Franklin was a good student, but lacked discipline. Sir Carmichael Clark, Campsite Churston, Devon, to Mr. Franklin Clark, Peninsula Hotel, Salisbury Road, Tsim Sha Tsui, Kowloon, Hong Kong. Campsite, 1935, January the 12th. Dear Franklin, first, I wish you a good start to a successful new year. I have received your letter dated December 10th. Thanks for defending my interest against Wang, this robber. Things could have got pretty bad if you weren't a real cold-blooded guy. I envy you for that. Things go on here much as usual. Charlotte is moderately free from pain. I wish one could say more. You may remember Thora Gray. She is a dear girl and a greater comfort to me that I can tell you. I should not have known what to do through this bad time but for her. She has an exquisite taste and shares my passion for Chinese art. No daughter could be a closer or more sympathetic companion. Life has been difficult, but I am glad to feel that here she has a home and true affection. You wrote me you want to stay in China for 1 more year or even longer. I don't object. The longer you stay, the more opportunities you will have to increase our collection. Nonetheless, you should know that we miss you here, and that Charlotte will be gone by the time you come back. I am, dear Franklin, your truly affectionate brother.
Okay.
Charlotte Clark, Comside, Churchton, Devon. To Mr. Franklin Clark, Peninsula Hotel, Salisbury Road, Chim
So
Chat
why
Sui,
did Franklin
Kowloon,
come
Hong
back
Kong,
from China
Comside,
if he wanted to stay?
1935, January 1st. I wish you with all my heart a happy year 1935. Writing my greeting cards, I have affectionate thoughts for you. Always smiling as a child, sailing to distant countries and bringing back to us trunks full of wonder. At home, everything annoys me, starting with this young Thora Sir Carmichael is so fond of. I have nobody to share my feelings with, so I write to you. How can I tell you what happens to me? The simplest way the better. I am doomed. I still have 1 year to live, no more. How do I know? I opened the secret drawer of Carmichael and read a letter not addressed to me. In this letter, Dr. Logan tells my husband
she
in the
found
most
the
direct
letter.
way the truth he conceals from me. So, I know. But my husband doesn't know I know. Please don't tell him. And if he shares the truth with you, act as you were surprised. Carl will probably speak in his usual convoluted way, but I wanted to be the first to announce it to you. It does matter to me that you are aware of what happens in Comside. Warm regards, Charlotte.
So she knew she was dying. Are there any little gray cells? No. Okay. I think that's everything in this room, right? There's nothing else to look at on the desk. It still says I have to inspect the mansion. What is there left to inspect? Want to go upstairs?
Best to leave her to sleep now.
All right, what have I missed? I'm done with this trunk, he said.
I've finished with this subject.
Do I need the phone?
I do not need to make a telephone call now.
So what was left? Oh, the key.
The door is locked.
Aha.
This unit contains the medical records for Sir Carmichael Clark's patients. Let us study them closely and see if there are any familiar names.
Yes! I bet you we
Test on
find...
the records from A to D. They've been handled recently.
I bet you we find both the previous
No
victims.
names. Disappointing.
No name, really?
Lots of dust. The records from E to Z have not been touched for years. No names. Disappointing.
So why wasn't Miss What's-Her-Name? Okay.
This unit contains the medical records for Sir
I've seen it,
Carmichael
okay.
Clark.
Should I go outside? Oh, I can go outside.
Where is the horrible smell of cayenne coming from?
Horrible smell of cayenne. God, wouldn't you love to live in a house like this?
Something makes me feel uncomfortable.
What does that mean? I can't go any farther. Okay, we go to the stairs. Ooh, what's this? Whoa! Oh, that scared me. This is not a scary game.
This wisteria is in full bloom. I would like to congratulate Clark's gardener. What symmetry.
Yeah, he would love the symmetry. Is there something in this wheelbarrow? Doesn't seem we can interact. Oh, yes it is. Okay, what's in here?
It was probably the gardener who lit this fire.
Oh,
here.
but...
I wonder if someone wanted to get rid of these papers.
Uh-huh.
The subject would probably be useful to me.
Burned object documents. Can I look at it?
If someone has tried to get rid of these documents, they may be...
Maybe important. Can't read anything on them, though. Okay. Anything else? Anything over in this corner? I walked over here for nothing, didn't I?
This wisteria is in full bloom.
Alright, let's go. Maybe the greenhouse has something. Oh, we're back here again. Oh, look at church. Oh, now they've got a memorial for him. Why does it look like something's missing?
May you have peace, Carmichael. Charlotte.
I can't seem to go anywhere else. Yeah, well, let me... Oh! No, I looked at this already. One of one. Something else around here. Did I do it? I didn't get to look in the greenhouse.
Where is the horrible smell of carrion coming from?
Ah, greenhouse.
Clark's greenhouse. It must hold some rare plants.
Wait, so we still haven't found where the smell of carrion is coming from.
This fountain makes a very relaxing sound.
That's it?
This fountain makes a very relaxing sound.
I feel like there's something I'm missing. And this keeps glowing green, but it's not... He said he had an uneasy feeling. Oh!
Something makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yes. Here. This has been moved. Oh no.
Brown pellets.
Rat poison.
Revolting. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Okay. Why did Thora leave personal belongings behind at Combs' side? Dagger is missing. Thora left gifts. No. She's an expert in art history. She left a letter behind. There it is. Thora does not want to be accused of theft.
Everything that Thora Grey has left behind comes from Sir Carmichael's collection. He most probably gave them to her. But she chose to leave them here rather than run the risk of being accused of theft. It is understandable when you know just how much Lady Clark mistrusted her. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Okay, but I want to finish looking at this. It won't let me finish. Is Thora a poisoner? Thora had ordered rat poisoning. Thora Grey never considered poisoning Lady Clark because she only had a year to live.
Thora Grey had no reason to kill someone who only had a few months left to live.
Mm-hmm.
The poison she ordered was for rats. The gardener must have made good use of it, considering the stinking remains on the path, not far from the property. I've finished here. I must put the skeleton key back and inform Hastings that I'm returning to London.
Oh, okay.
Brown pellets. Revolting.
I want to find the other three things.
Brown pellets. Revolting.
What else am I supposed to look at?
The gardener does not follow the alignment. There, that's better. It is symmetrical.
Oh, Poirot. Achievement unlocked.
There, that's better. It is symmetrical.
That's hilarious. All right. Telephone Hastings. Okay. I can go back inside.
I must put the skeleton key back and inform Hastings that I'm returning to London.
Where did I get the skeleton key from? Wasn't it in
finished
here?
with this subject.
No, I didn't mean to go in there. Where did I get the skeleton key from? I don't remember. Wasn't it in here?
April 1925, Aceh Province, Sumatra.
Yeah, there we go.
Perfect. Nothing else is
Oh, thank
keeping
God
me
for my
here.
memory. Holy moly. Thank you, Sarah. Okay, now I can telephone Hastings.
Hello, Hastings. I have finished in Shurston. I will take the first train.
Capital,
Tell
chap.
me, do you know how to restore writing on a burnt document?
Yes, you just have to soak a cloth with a hydrochloric acid solution and rub the sheet of paper. Then the characters appear.
I don't think
Bien.
that's true.
You have been of great assistance, Hastings. Could you please order the solution as soon as possible?
Of course, but what documents do you want to read?
You will see, my friend. À ce soir.
À ce soir. This evening. Tonight.
Donald Fraser is here. He insisted on waiting to see you.
Oh. All right. First, let me check my mustache. Looking good. Super good to be about, but no one will notice that all the locks have been solved, unlocked. I know, left every cupboard open, every puzzle box, the map slid across, the safe is wide open. Let's take a look at him and see what's up.
This man is tired.
Alright, he is unshaven. He is wearing the same clothes. Bags under the eyes. Yeah. You
Donald is
look like
short of
shit,
sleep,
monsieur.
and it looks as if he didn't even bother to undress before going to bed.
I hope that's water in that glass.
Mr. Poirot, I don't know why I'm here.
Mr. Poirot? Alright.
You wanted to talk, and you came to find the only man capable of hearing you.
Mr. Poirot, since Betty's death, I've doubts about myself. I don't know what to do. And I keep having a horrible dream 3 nights in a row.
Encourage him to
Drink
continue?
and tell me about this dream.
Oh, he's reassured. Good.
It's always the same. I'm on the beach with Betty. I grab her round the throat, and I squeeze, and squeeze until she's dead. Her head falls back, and I see that it's no longer Betty. It's Megan's face.
Jesus.
Have you seen Megan Barnard recently?
Seek help.
Yes, our grief has brought us together. I never really knew her before. She's really quite a remarkable girl.
Okay, so you're feeling guilty,
would never
dude.
tell her
But not
about my
about
dream.
murdering the girl.
Why not? Is it her you are attacking in your dream?
No, it's Betty. And once Betty is dead, it's Megan's face that appears in its place.
Very interesting. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Oh, you're just feeling guilty because you've had feelings for Megan. Carried out by the same murderer. He doesn't feel Kelly. He doesn't feel guilty. Okay. How should Donald's dream be interpreted? Okay. Donald is tired. Donald really likes Megan. Really? That's not it? Do I have to do them in the right order? I don't think so. don't think he feels guilty. I think... Okay, what am I missing here? I don't think it's that he kills Betty. Or feels guilty about killing Betty. I think he feels guilty about liking Megan. There it is. Donald's starting to have feelings for Megan and he feels guilty about abandoning Betty. Exactly. God, I couldn't get the right combo there.
Mr. Fraser, I think that the real meaning of this dream is that you are in love with Megan Barnard.
Please go on. Do.
This dream certainly betrays your guilt.
Oh.
But what do you feel guilty about? Having killed your fiancé? Possible. Or forgetting her very quickly for her sister? Certainly. And this forgetting is perceived as a second death.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't really think I was the one who killed Betty?
I do not exclude this theory. I am simply saying that I do not need to know that fact to explain your dream and your guilt.
Thank you for being frank, Mr. Poirot. You've helped me a great deal. I'm going back to Bexhill. I'll not take any more of your time up.
It is late, Mr. Fraser, and you are tired.
I'll sleep on the train. I like trains.
Oh, I'd love
It's
to go
easy
for a
to
big
sleep
train
not by the
ride and
sound of those
have a
wheels.
sleeper car. I'm all about trains.
Poor
Oh,
boy,
we got
he
the
seems
Freud
completely
mustache.
lost.
Well, women seem to
I
like him.
say.
I think Megan will take care of him.
Oof.
Oh, I remember.
Red flag.
Did you order the product I needed?
Yes, we'll be receiving it tomorrow.
Bien, it is late, and I asked Miss Gray to come tomorrow morning. I have a few questions I wish to ask her.
It didn't go well the first time we asked her, so first time we talked to her, so hopefully we can do it right.
Mademoiselle, I asked you here in order to answer a very important question. Am I right in thinking you said that you did not speak to anyone on the day Sir Carmichael was murdered?
It's the absolute truth.
Yet, Lady Clark maintained that she saw you talking to a stranger on the front doorstep.
Really? She must have been mistaken. Oh, I remember now. I'd forgotten all about it, but it wasn't important. It was just a salesman. One of those traders who sell stockings from door to door.
Stockings.
Can you describe him to me?
Medium size. Glasses.
That's our boy.
Dark suit and a felt hat. Not the sort of man you notice. Completely harmless.
That's our
That's why I
boy.
forgot all about him.
Remember, the lady in the shop had a pair of tights,
He was
and
very hesitant
the mother had
and
bought a new pair of
shy.
tights for Betty.
Usually door-to-door salesmen are very confident, but he wasn't.
Asked whether she resigned of her own free will.
You did not leave Churston willingly, I believe.
I don't wish to lie. Lady Clark did not appreciate my presence.
Oh, this is
And
going much
Franklin?
better than last time.
Cannot go against the wishes of a sick lady. He is a good man, and he worries a great deal about his sister-in-law.
I noticed that you left some personal belongings behind at Churston.
Oh, here. 3 hours left.
Are you planning on returning to Churston?
Who knows what the future holds?
Bien. I must ask you one last question. Please reply frankly with either yes or no. If Lady Clark had died, would you have agreed to marry Sir Carmichael if he'd asked you?
How dare you ask such a question?
Oh,
Sir
like that.
Carmichael treated me just like his daughter. And all that I ever felt him was affection and gratitude, nothing else.
Thank you, mademoiselle. I will not keep you any longer.
Yeah, but what about Franklin? They were kissing. They did a
I met
kiss.
Thora Grey on the stairs. Her cheeks were ablaze, and she appeared to be deeply hurt. Poirot, have you offended the poor girl again? Do you have good
Oopsie-doopsie.
reasons for accusing her?
I accused her of nothing, Hastings. I simply asked her an important question she did not answer. Let us see if we can answer it for her.
Grey cells. Little grey cells.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Here we go, monsieur. Would Thora have married Sir Carmichael if he had lived? No. Thora likes Franklin. She's not as seductive. Some of these don't... I know she likes Franklin. Or maybe she doesn't. Maybe that's... And I don't think she's a seductress. Oh, man. Okay. I genuinely don't know. Like, I thought she liked Franklin. I don't know, man. I am at a loss. There it is. Evasive. Thora wanted to be married and certainly would have succeeded in doing so.
You
Oh.
must know how to read between the lines, Hastings. When Sir Carmichael refers to paternal affection, he's lying to himself. Read this engraving on the brooch. A dark dragon for an angel with glossy hair. These are the words of a lover, not a father. Lady Clark was not wrong.
What if Sir Carmichael had fallen in love with his secretary? That doesn't mean that she forced him to do so.
True, there are extenuating circumstances. She is a penniless orphan. But she's calculating. Just look how she avoided it when I asked if she would have married Clark.
I see. You think she seduced Sir Carmichael for her own gain, and that now she is doing the same with his brother. Poirot, your world is a very dark place.
Do not get carried away, mon ami. We have another more important matter to settle.
Okay.
Really?
Yes, would you believe that Miss Grey taught me something new?
What's that?
Let us now try and get our brain cells to
Oh my
work.
gosh. Oh, we got Thor's hammer. Is there another common point between the murderers? Yes. Stocking box. Salesman. Stockings. See, I got that one right away. For each murder, the victim or someone close to them were in a situation where they were buying
It's
stockings.
perfectly clear, Hastings. Perfectly clear. Indeed, a stalking seller visited Andover, Bexhill, and Churston on the day of each murder. We have our suspect. This should be of interest to Job.
Nice. All right, we gotta call Jap. We are looking for a
Chief
stocking
Inspector,
salesman.
we are looking for a stalking salesman.
I see you have a suspect.
Yes. Contact all the stocking wholesalers who may employ him.
Your suspect is a salesman?
No, he
Our
does not take orders.
suspect is a
He sells door to
salesman.
door.
Right. The hunt is on.
Yes. We have the Hungarian mustache. Congratulations. Oh, Doncaster. Did we get another letter? Oh, he's getting ready.
Are you leaving, Mr. Cust?
Yes, I'm going to Cheltenham.
Liar.
You shouldn't travel today. You don't look very well.
I have to. I have engagements. I must respect them.
I wonder why he's not well.
Can you get the post, Hastings?
The
And why
post?
don't you go and get it yourself?
Oh, sass?
Très bien. What's going on? I've never known Hastings to be so disagreeable.
Should I observe him?
Are you collecting the post, Poirot?
Goodness. Grumpy. Oh, what did we get? Oh,
Poor Mr. Poirot. I'm quite sorry for you. If at first you don't succeed, try again. We've a long way to go still. Tipperary? No, that comes later.
Tipperary is how that's
The
pronounced.
next little incident will take place in Doncaster on
Tipperary.
September 11th. So long.
You pronounced it like
ABC.
library.
I should compare this letter with the one on my desk, which I received earlier, to see
Oh,
if it
we
does
know it's the
indeed
same
come
one.
from
Look,
the
there's
same
the
person.
I, and there's the A, and there's the W.
Mon ami, it is a pleasure to be working with you again. I have missed you these past few years.
Oh. Did he say anything to me?
Poirot, since my return, I see that you have fewer grey hairs than when I last saw you. How is that possible?
Mon ami, I am sure that you will find the explanation all on your own.
Okay. All right.
Let us examine this more closely. Certain characters in the two letters may have similar defects. Yes, this I is weird. Yes, the I characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual. That's right. The A characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects.
And then
I have to find some other similar defects to
the W.
confirm my theory. The W is not printed properly.
Look at that, we got the
Of
same word.
course, the W characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects.
Still here
My
watching
theory
streams,
was
just
right.
having dinner. What you having
These
for
two
dinner?
letters were written with the same typewriter. Hastings, he strikes tomorrow.
Gold paper knife.
Chief Inspector Japp?
He's on another line. Can I take a message?
Yes, please, mademoiselle. It is from Hercule Poirot.
Hercule
Tell him
Poirot.
ABC strikes tomorrow in Doncaster. He must call me back.
Very well, sir.
Bien, now I'm going to see what I can find from these burnt documents. I've received the product I need. Hastings, if you do not mind, I would like you to take a few notes.
Yes, yes.
Why is he so grumpy? Let me observe him. Where do I need to go? Oh, did I look at the newspaper?
Royal Mathematical and Statistical Society's Bulletin, September the 9th, 1935. The Alphabet Murder, a methodical madman.
Alphabet.
It's
Alphabet.
highly probable that the alphabet murderer will kill again. Could we possibly estimate the number of victims in his next crime? Yes, and it is easy. As soon as we know the ratio of towns, cities, and villages whose names begin with a D, and the ratio of English people whose names are spelled the same. On the one hand, the ratio of towns, cities, and villages in England with a name starting with D, and on the other hand, the ratio of English people with a name also starting with D. After this initial calculation, it is easy to deduce the likelihood of actually being murdered if you belong to the target population.
Jeez
Go
Louise.
to the last page to find our results and details on the calculations.
The Mathematics
Blague.
Society.
August 31, 1935. Moustache at half-mast. Poirot's repeated
Moustache at
failure in ABC case.
half-mast.
Sometimes small things trouble great men. Hastings, faithful collaborator of the Belgian detective, knows something about it. 3 mornings in a row, confided to us, the cook broke the egg yolks when preparing Poirot's breakfast. This apparently casual event has greatly disturbed my friend, to the point it breaks his concentration and slows his judgment. I also noticed his mustache, of which he is so proud, being duller than usual.
Hastings did not say this to the
Poirot, I
press.
assure you I haven't said any such thing to the journalists. They twist everything.
This is why he was upset.
Hmm.
Oh, Poirot's not happy now. They're fighting. I don't want to fight with Hastings. Where am I supposed to do the...
I've finished with this subject.
Okay, where am I supposed to do the paperwork thing?
So, how are you getting on? I'm ready to take notes.
Now, down to work.
Okay.
All of this needs putting in order a little.
Ooh, a puzzle. I love puzzles. Do I get to...
This piece should be... This page is child's play.
Yeah, easy peasy.
This page is finished. That's done.
How did I know which pieces went to which page?
I think that this is right.
I know that it's right.
This page is finished. And that's 2 done.
It is easier than I thought. I am so smart when I am Poirot.
This page will be reconstructed in a flash.
Like this?
This page is child's play.
Child's play.
This page is finished. Only 1 more.
We got this. Oops. Uh-oh. There we go.
This page is finished.
I think each of them will
All the
be...
pages are reconstructed.
Okay, now we need to...
A dry cloth. A bottle of solvent.
Yeah, I know.
A dry cloth.
This is weird to me. What
Dry
do...
cloth. A dry cloth. A dry cloth.
I know what it is, Poirot, please.
A bottle of solvent.
Do I not put the solvent onto the... Wait, what is this? Oh, this is that letter. Okay.
A dry cloth.
How
A bottle of solvent.
do I get the cloth wet? Seriously. Oh. Apparently I had to put it in exactly the right
The
place.
cloth is now soaked with solvent.
Uh-huh. Alright, what do we got?
Got it. Make a note, Hastings. Make a note. Mrs. Alice Asher, shop owner in Andover. Tracheitis, hemoptysis, prescribed laudanum.
Mm-hmm.
I got it. Look. Poirot, where on earth did you find these files?
On a fire at the bottom of the garden at campsite.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but where did the person who burned them find them?
Let us use our little gray cells. I did read them.
Alice Asher, shopkeeper in Andover. Tracheitis, hemoptysis, chronic cough with loss of blood. Prescribed laudanum-based cough medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Betty Barnard, waitress in Bexhill. Chronic bronchitis, causing dysphonia. Advised to stop smoking. Alexander Bonaparte Cust.
Aha!
War wounded.
War
Mustard gas
wounded.
and head trauma.
Ah.
Pulmonary emphysema. Hemoptysis. Coughing fits with blood. Suffers from absences and amnesia.
Oh dear.
Dick Dudley Dunbar.
Oh.
Owner of the Black Swan Hotel in Doncaster.
We've got the name.
Asthmatic. Heart disease. Heart condition. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Okay, the burn documents come from... All the victims suffered from things from Clark Medical Center. There we go. Dr. Clark's patient records. Yeah.
The burned documents are medical records, and without a doubt, they come from Clark's archives. First of all, because all the patients have throat conditions. And secondly, their name starts with either
What are
A,
the
B, C, or D,
chances
and it is precisely the files that match these letters
of your
that
doctor...
have been tampered with.
But
Of
why
your
burn these
doctor?
files? How
Okay, wait.
come the names of the two victims appear on them? And who are the two other patients?
These are very good questions.
Oh, telephone. What I was saying was, what are the chances of you getting a doctor who...
Hello, Poirot?
Any news, Chief Inspector?
You wanted a stocking seller? We have one. Reported by his landlady, who thought he was behaving suspiciously. He has the most unbelievable
Poirot's gonna
name.
know his name already.
Alexander Bonaparte Cust.
Yes, Alexander Bonaparte Cust. How did you guess? Poirot, you have magical powers. It's a serious lead. I called Doncaster. A person matching Cuss' description has been seen at the station. He got off the train from London, but after that...
He's going to
nobody
the
knows
Black
where he
Swan
went.
Hotel.
Look for him at the Black Swan Hotel.
What? How do you know he's there?
Click.
Trust me, Chief Inspector.
You appear to be very sure of yourself. Very well. I'll call the Black Swan straight away. The owner is going to get a shock when he learns that there's a murderer under his roof.
Yes, he certainly is. Oh, should I call instead of... No. Encourage
Do
Jap.
your best, Jap.
You can count on me.
I know we can. Like, regardless, he has police presence.
Hastings,
If I
everything
call...
is at stake. With a little luck, our main suspect will soon be under lock and key.
Oh, phone's ringing again?
So, has Cuss been arrested?
Yes, the Doncaster police are sending him by train.
That is good news.
We got him!
Why so gloomy, Chief Inspector?
He already killed?
Well, when I told the hotel owner that he was sheltering a murderer, he collapsed.
Is dead?
No, fortunately, but it has taken its toll on him. It has to be said that with his name starting with the letter D, he had every reason to fear Cust. I bet he was going to be the next victim.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Chief Inspector, I believe that I share responsibility for this incident.
What do you mean?
I saw Mr. Dunbar's medical records. His heart was weak. I should have warned you.
It's very honest of you to tell me that, Poirot. I appreciate your gesture.
Please keep me informed of his progress.
You can count on me. I'll do what's needed.
I didn't
I
get
will
an
visit him
option
at his
to do
bedside
that.
when the killer is caught.
That's typical of you, Poirot. We should focus on the next part of the investigation in order to avoid other incidents. While we're waiting to question Cust, we could search his room in London.
Where does he live?
The Marbury Guest House.
I'll see you there.
I'll see you
Yes,
there.
start without me. First of all, I have to sort out a few details for Cust's transfer.
I understand. À bientôt.
A biento.
Hastings, we are making good progress. Please go and search the room of our #1 suspect.
With pleasure. I did have a dentist appointment, but I'll cancel.
The dentist. So that is why you were so nervous and
Ah.
bad-tempered.
Had nothing to do with
A
me.
visit to the dentist is never an enjoyable prospect.
But
Yeah, well, you
tonight
don't have to
before
take
you
it
go
out on
home,
me.
Go to your appointment, Hastings. I will manage on my own.
Dental health is health.
To Marbury Guest House, please.
Here we go. What I was going to say is, what are the chances of your doctor, their name being C and living in a town that starts with C, and then having 3 other patients that all have letter names that match the town that they live in, and you finding that information?
Marbury. There is a very pretty village by this name in Cheshire.
Ooh, boarded up. Is there anything else I can see? Doesn't look like it. Can I talk to this chap? No. Okay, I think we just go in. There's a kitty cat. You see anything around here? No.
It looks like I've found the real master of this house.
There's a cat. Molly, look. Cork on the end of a piece of string.
There is no need to worry about the household cat. I'm sure that Mrs. Marbury lets it do what it pleases.
How do you do? You must be Mr. Hercule Poirot. Chief Inspector Jupp told me that you might be coming.
She's very cheerful.
Madame, you may be of valuable help to me.
It would be my pleasure to help you. Will there be some journalists there as well?
Oh,
I
geez,
think
clout
you might even
chasing.
be interviewed. You are key witness.
I've suspected him for some time, but he appeared so harmless. Oh yes, sometimes he got angry and waved his arms about. But even then, he wasn't frightening. And he was as gentle as a lamb again immediately afterwards. It was only this morning that I understood. He told me he was going to Cheltenham, but my daughter saw him at Euston Station. It's not the right station. To get to Cheltenham, you have to take the train from Paddington. And what's more, Mr. Cuss left behind an ABC with Doncaster underlined. As you can
Clever,
imagine,
Miss
when
Marbury.
I saw that, I called Scotland Yard.
Well done. You were right. He did go to Doncaster.
So I was right to warn the police.
Tell me, did you have any other reason to suspect Mr. Cust?
Well, he's odd. Sometimes he coughs really loudly and complains that his throat is burning, and sometimes he talks to himself and stares into space. He told me that it was because of a wound he got in the war. His head hasn't been quite right since, he said. And then he was in Churston when that millionaire got murdered. I found his train ticket when I washed his coat. He didn't want me to wash his shirt. He washed it himself. But I did see big brown stains on it.
Where was the stains on the shirt?
On the collar and on the buttonholes.
Cut used to travel for his work. Is that correct?
Oh, it wasn't for pleasure. He was always unwell on trains. But he had to sell his stockings around England. I have to respect my engagements, he used to say.
Do you know where Cust was at the time of the murder in Andover and
CT,
Bexley?
what are you up to?
On June the 21st and July the 25th.
No, I don't know. That was a while ago, you know.
Yeah, I guess it's
But
September.
surely you keep a register.
It won't do you much good. Mr. Cuss rents his room for the year. If he goes away for a few days, I have no reason to make a note of it. I remember one thing. Bexer's by the sea, right?
Indeed, it is a large seaside resort.
Well, as it happens, at the start of July, Mr. Cast asked me to repair his bathing dress. Suspicious, huh?
That does not help me much. There are hundreds of English towns by the sea. Anything else?
Well, I was only saying.
Oh, dear. I should have
I
asked her
also
to
forgot
continue.
to say that he started buying newspapers that talked about the case.
When?
When did he start buying the newspapers?
Let's see. I think it was just after the millionaire's murder in Churston. He didn't seem all that interested before that.
That will be all for now. I'm going to take a look at his room.
Take the key on the counter.
Well, she was very helpful.
I need the key to Cust's home.
Oh. Key on the counter. Oh, there it is.
I don't think my register will help you. Mr. Cuss rents his room all year. If he goes away for a few days, I have no reason to make a note of it.
The truth is becoming apparent, and I have something to say to Mrs. Marbury.
Oh, why? What? Wait, what do you mean? She's asking about her cuss landlady. She sublets her rooms to other guests when her usual residents are away. What do I have to say to her? Where am I going? I'll just grab the keys.
I have something to say to Mrs. Marbury.
Okay. Oh, let's observe her.
This woman appears to be in a good mood.
Welcoming smile. Smooth movements. Relaxed posture. I don't
Mrs.
know.
Marbury is in a
I
good
don't know.
mood. She's working very precisely in producing incredibly thin
Not
key.
here. I wonder if it's a weird glitch. He said I had something to say to her.
Mrs. Marbury, if I am to believe the register, you rented room 306 to a certain Mr. Fishman on the day of the Bexhill murder. Room 306 is Cust's room. Can you explain yourself?
Ooh.
Yes, I remember. Just for one night as a favor. Mr. Cust was away, all my other rooms were taken, and poor Mr. Fishman had nowhere to go.
Oh, interesting. She's been really helpful.
It doesn't matter, provided that you remembered to change the sheets.
Oh, do you think so?
Okay. Let's go upstairs. All right, what do we got?
How hopeful. This place is a real mess.
I mean, okay. Bed isn't made. Slightly misaligned. Crockery in a mess. Scruffy coat. No curtains on the window.
The least we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance.
Well, the dude's got a head injury. Like, I mean, never mind. He's a murderer.
War of 1914-1918. By the King's order, the name of Corporal A.B. Cust, Devonshire Regiment, was published on the London Gazette
literally
on
is
May the
ABC.
10th, 1918, as mentioned in a dispatch for gallant and distinguished service. An army dispatch, wounded on the Somme front, victim of a gas attack. Corporal
Man,
Cust
mustard gas is
greatly
no joke.
deserves his distinction.
Uh-oh. What do we got here? Another letter? Oh, there's a knife.
John Milligan, Managing Director, Silky Legs, Frederick Street, Leicester. To A.B. Cust, Marbury's Guest House, 1935, May the 21st. Dear Sir, further to our letters dated 5th and 10th of the month, we confirm we are you as door-to-door salesman, according to the conditions stated in our previous letters. We will send you the articles by mail and also a Redfield typewriter you will be using for every business letter. Regarding the schedule of your rounds, please do as following. June 21, Andover. Arrive by train the 20th in the evening and get a room at Station Hotel. Start your turn in the north part of the town. This letter establishes that Cust went to Andover, but the ink has hidden the destinations of his other trips. I know from Mrs. Marbury that he went to Churston. I just have to show that he went to Bexhill, and I will have proved that he was present at all the crime scenes.
How can we prove that he went to Bexhill?
Did Cust drop it when he opened the window? Or was it Mrs. Marbury while she was cleaning? Cust is parsimonious. He keeps his pencils and sharpens them until there is nothing left. It is clear that he did not grow up in luxury. It's an ABC.
Oh my god, I hope he picked it up without his fingers.
A long-bladed knife. A murderer's weapon. This object would probably be useful to me.
Just gonna pocket it. I pocketed it.
I have to get the ribbon. How am I going to do it?
Oh.
The left-hand heel has been removed.
Okay. This seems easy.
The right-hand heel has been removed.
He was just being a goof. Okay, I thought so. if I remember correctly, my grandmother used to have a typewriter. There's something you do here. Oh, there we go.
And here is the ribbon. Let us see if it was indeed used to write the letters sent by ABC. I only need the ink ribbon for my inquiry. I will let Jack clean the keyboard if he wishes. All the letters announcing the murders were written on Cust's typewriter.
Yep. Okay, what else do we have? Books. Oh, loads of copies.
ABC guys. Enough to sign about a dozen murders. It's closed.
Well, okay, let's open
It's
it.
closed. ABC guys. Enough to sign about a dozen murders.
Oh, what's on the front here?
It's closed.
Hey, wait, do I have something to open it? Am I supposed to use the knife? Oh my god.
This knife is very useful. Who knows? Maybe it never cut anything other than string. Stockings.
That seems wrong.
Stockings.
If it's a potential murder weapon, you shouldn't probably use it for anything. Oh, check my mustache. Quadruple gear. What do we got? Laudanum?
Laudanum Cameron's chemists. Laudanum, a medicine for coughs. It is what Dr. Clark prescribed for Mrs. Asher.
Mm-hmm.
This subject would probably be useful to me.
Probably be useful to me. I'm not sure. Ooh, a sedative.
Diethyl barbituric
Chloroform.
acid, Johnson Company. I know this medicine. It is a powerful sedative. This subject would probably be useful to me.
I was at 62% when we started.
It is not the right time.
I don't want to leave yet. I wanted to look in here. Gotta prove that he was in Bexhill.
Trousers, white shirts. Everything has been washed very well.
Oh,
All the
what's
main
this?
articles referring to the ABC case are here, from the Churston murder onwards. Nothing before that date. Most probably the bathing dress repaired by Mrs.
The
Marbury's
Bessing
ex-friend.
dress.
The Bexhill Daily paper,
Ah!
dated from the day of the Bexhill murder.
Aha! That is evidence. Not done searching his room. Did I look at the sink? Oh,
This dark stain. It could be blood, but goodness knows how long it has been there. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
brain cells. Where was Cuss at the time of the Bexhill murder? Okay, he got the newspaper. And Cuss's room was rented to someone else.
The register shows that Cust did not sleep at the guest house on the day of the murder. Where was he? Bexhill. The Bexhill paper reveals it. Cust bought this newspaper in Bexhill on July the 25th.
Why would you hold on to that?
No use continuing the inspection of this room. I've seen all there is to see.
Excellent. Au revoir, mon ami. 8 ego points. I like his little accent.
Goodbye, Mrs. Marbury. Thank you for your help.
Bye.
Bye!
Ah, Chief Inspector. I was about to leave.
Good evening, Chief Inspector. Welcome. please excuse me. I must go to the kitchen. I'll leave the key of Mr. Cust on the counter.
I'm sorry I'm late. I've spent ages with the Doncaster police. And you?
I have established one fact. On 3 occasions, Cust was at the scene on the day of the crimes.
Oh, yeah.
I had best talk to Jap.
No, okay.
I've
thought I
listened
was.
closely to what you have to say, Poirot. For me, there's no doubt Cust is guilty. Do you have any element that might prove the contrary?
That is what we're going to look for.
Prove the contrary.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Is Cust guilty? Churston on the day of Sir Clark's murder. All the letters came from... He lied about his destination. Keeps newspapers that talk about? No. Knife? Maybe I just do the 3 destinations. Cust was in all the towns. Okay. Are there any common points between Cust and the killer? The letters were sent. The ABTC guides. Any common points between Cust and the killer? And he has a knife. Okay. He had blood on him. He lied about his destination, and he keeps newspapers that talk about the murder. Guilty.
The evidence against Cust is overwhelming. His presence at the scenes, the knife, the blood-stained shirt, the ABCs in a box.
The stockings.
C'est vrai. However,
C'est vrai. It's
the
true.
blood Mrs. Marbury saw on Cust's shirt may have been his own. According to his medical records, he suffers from hemoptysis. The murderer cut Sir Carmichael's throat from behind, and the blood spurted outwards. You would expect the murderer's shirt to be stained on the sleeves, not on the buttonholes. Yet we
that's
see
true.
quite the opposite. You would expect the murderer to keep the newspaper articles about his crimes. But Cust's collection starts in Churston, as if it discovered the case rather late.
I agree it's troubling, but it doesn't change my mind. There's small details that we should be able to clear up by questioning
The
Cust.
typewriter is the
When can
biggest
you
thing.
talk to him?
Doncaster is sending him to us on the first train.
Are they questioning him already?
He says he can't remember a thing.
It's plausible. Doctors say he suffers from absences and amnesia. Mrs. Marbury has confirmed this.
He may have done the murders in an altered state.
A familiar situation.
It's not enough to clear his name. Dr. Thompson insisted that even if you don't know what you're doing, you never commit a murder without wanting to.
Très intéressant. I shall remember that.
Très intéressant.
Right.
Very interesting.
I'll go and examine the suspect's room.
Chief Inspector, I took the liberty of removing a few clues to examinatum.
All right, we'll discuss them tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm going to see if you've missed something.
That's fine, I guess. You just took home some evidence. Okay, are we just going home? That's the same lady who walked by earlier.
To Scotland Yard, please.
We are going to question the subject. Exciting. Say no? Jeez, he does look ill. Candelabra mustache. All right, let's look at him.
This man is not in good shape.
No, he is not. Dark circles. Crumpled jacket. Shaking hands.
He is worried and very tired, and other police have been hard on him.
Okay, we're gonna chat.
What do you want from me?
Good day, ABC. Do you know who I am?
Someone who's got it in for me.
I am Hercule Poirot, and I want nothing other than the truth.
Ah, you're the detective.
Ask why he sent the letters?
Why did you send me a letter before each crime?
Why all these questions? When are you going to stop pestering me?
Oh dear. Is that the end? Give the man some water.
Poor man. If only I could help him.
You can help him.
Take this. It will help you.
To give him the sedative by accident.
Thank you.
Don't drink at all.
Oh, good God, my shirt is covered in blood again.
Do you
Bon.
have a hanky?
I now know where the bloodstains Mrs. Marbury saw came from. Are you well enough to speak?
Yes, I feel much better.
All right, let's
Yes,
talk about the
I am the
letters.
person you have been sending the letters to.
I didn't write these letters. I've already said so.
Maybe you forgot that you wrote these letters.
Yes, it's true. Sometimes I forget. Maybe I did type them.
Are you capable of murder, Mr. Cust?
All these questions are giving me a headache.
You suffered during the war.
It's true. I was wounded. I suffered. But the army was the only place I didn't feel inferior. No questions. Just orders to follow.
But ever since you were wounded, you have absences, bouts of amnesia.
And headaches.
Professor Clark treated you.
Yes, a few years ago he really helped me with my burned throat.
Get him to believe he is innocent. Do we think he's not the guy? Now I'm like doubting myself. Why would I get him to believe he's innocent?
And to thank him, you murdered him?
Stop talking about these murders.
Okay.
Do you deny being at the scene of the crimes?
So? There was no harm in being there. It was only for my work.
You were seen at all the crime scenes.
This is not going
Yes,
well.
I was. I travel a lot. But not for pleasure. I am terribly unwell in trains. But I had to respect my engagements. My employer gave me very precise written instructions
His
about the towns I had to
employer.
Let's see.
Oh my
The
god, he's
company you
being
claim to
set
work for,
up.
Silky Legs, has never heard of you. And as for these letters they sent you, they were written on your own typewriter.
The company sent me the typewriter when I started working for them.
Yes, but the letters were received afterwards. So it would appear that you typed them before sending them to yourself.
I don't remember. Good God! I don't know what's happening to me. My head hurts terribly.
Okay.
He is prey to a terrible anxiety. Is it remorse? Or simply the pressure of the questioning and the train journey?
Should I give him the...
Take this. It will help you.
sedative?
Oh, I think I'll be fine.
Let us see, Cust. Look at me. You know very well that you committed these murders?
Yes, I know.
But I'm not wrong in saying that you do not know why you committed them.
No, I don't.
Achievement unlocked, Red Cross. Okay.
Let us leave Cust alone. He's at the end.
Alright, we'll go talk to Jap.
And? What conclusions have you drawn?
Plenty. It might help us to understand him a little better.
Molly's here.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Alright. What do we know about Cust's health? He brings up blood when he coughs. He suffers from absences and he has problems with his throat. Cust is mentally and physically weak, not really the profile of our killer. Are there any clues that do not support Cust's guilt in the Churston murders? You would expect the murderer to keep newspaper out as well as all his crimes. He did not appear to recognize Poirot. That's a big one. That do not support. Are there any clues that do not support? You expect the murdered shirt to be stained on the sleeves, not on the buttonholes, yet we see quite the opposite. And then the newspaper, and he did not appear to recognize Poirot. There are several details which show that Cust is not guilty. So where is this going then? He had no reason to kill him. And he says that he did not write the letters.
I don't see any clearer than before. This is worse.
There is one point to highlight. C'est curieux. Cust admits that he killed, but he does not know why. What did Dr. Thompson say? Even if Cust killed while in an altered state, it still must have been his deepest desire. He must have had a motive.
Okay.
Let's keep it simple. Never mind his motive. He confessed.
But you see, he can confess to anything and everything. He denied the murders and then confessed to them. He confirmed that he never typed the letters. Then, with great ease, I managed to get him say quite the opposite.
Yeah.
Come on, he behaved like a guilty man. He lied to his landlady.
Because deep down he believes himself guilty. From the papers, he noticed that he had always been at the scene of the crimes. He must think that he killed and then simply forgot what he had done.
How can you be so sure?
Let us look at his psychological profile. You will understand my point of view.
Well, then...
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Okay, here's my theory. I think it's Franklin then, because it has to be someone who had access to Dr. Carmichael's records. And if he had feelings for Thora, but she was going to marry his brother. Okay, is Cuss clever? Is Cuss clever? Yeah. Carried it out in perfection. Is Cuss sure of himself? Killed when the street was packed with people. He was very hesitant and shy. Yeah. He's easy to influence. He's not self-confident. Is Cuss a seducer? Yeah, exactly. Completely harmless. That's why I forgot all about him. It's without any charm. Whereas, what's his name? Franklin is very sure of himself. He likes trains. He doesn't like trains. He's unwell on trains. But Franklin loves to travel. The killer is methodically. He prepares his crimes meticulously. He never forgets to leave his intriguing signature behind. This guy's generous. He is parsimonious. He keeps his pencils and sharpens them until there's nothing left. He did not grow up in luxury, but Franklin did.
You see? Cuss' character is quite the opposite of the murderer's.
Oh,
But if he's a
man.
madman, can we really
I
talk
was
about his
along for
character?
the ride. I was
You know
sure it
very
was
well that
Cuss.
Our murderer does not behave like a psychopath. Apart from the signature, there is no ritual repetition in the choice of victims.
Very well. You're right, as always. So, we have no confession, no culprit, no suspects, nothing. And all that after 2 months of inquiry? What should I do?
Oh,
Have
no.
faith.
So what about the...
Just give me 24 hours.
What about Dorchester? Isn't the hotel manager still in peril then? Where am I going? Am I going back home?
To Whitehaven, please.
Wonder if that's actually what Scotland Yard looks like. I've never seen Scotland Yard. I've never been to London, actually. Despite the amount of times I've been over to Europe, I've never really... I've been,
Cust's
like,
arrest is a
through
great
Heathrow.
success for you, Poirot. It's all clear now.
And I think
except maybe one or two
Manchester,
details.
but both airports.
Details. Ah, mon ami. The devil is in the detail, as we say.
The devil is in the
Excuse me?
details.
Patience, Hastings. Everything will be clear once our guests arrive. Best be prepared. Slip a revolver into your pocket before they do.
What a
A
wild
revolver?
sentence.
But Poirot, what are you afraid of?
Trust me. It is important you carry a weapon for this meeting. I will lend you mine.
What about telling me what you have in mind?
No. Just carry a
Super.
gun.
You will
And
be
know
able to play
nothing.
your role. Wait one moment. I will bring you my weapon.
Like, why... where was the revolver? Wasn't it in, like, this drawer here? I don't remember where the revolver was. What is this? Oh, right. Oh, it's telling me to look at two things on here.
Churston, Devon, population 500 inhabitants. Hourly of trains. London, Churston. Trains of evening. London, 6:45 p.m. Newton about 11 a.m. Charleston, 11:45 a.m. London, 11:45 p.m. Newton about 6:08 a.m. Charleston, 7:15 a.m.
Okay. Oh yeah, Churston. Oh, it's showing how he could. What am I supposed to look at here?
Hastings' photo album. He is very proud of his bag.
Okay, well that's 2 out of 2. My gun must be at my desk, is it? Don't remember. Already got my achievement for that. Alright. Maybe it's by the front door? Weird place to keep a gun, but alright. Where did I put my gun? I genuinely do not remember. I remember there's a sentence where I'm like, oh, my gun. Oh, maybe it's over here. Yeah, here it is.
The white ammunition are blank cartridges. The others are real bullets.
Oh. The white ammunition? Is that what these are?
The revolver is loaded with real bullets. I still have time to choose blanks.
No, I want to choose blanks.
The revolver is loaded with blanks. I still have time to choose real bullets.
No, Poirot would always choose blanks. He would.
What about telling me what you have in mind?
No.
Surtout pas. You wouldn't be able to play your role. Wait one moment, I will bring you my
I
weapon.
gave him the... I have the... Here. Here you go, buddy.
Voila, I entrust you with my weapon. It has hardly been used, it is almost new.
Poirot doesn't like guns. Gandhi mustache. Oh, answer the telephone. I did not want to look at that. I wanted to answer this. Why am I...
Chief Inspector, is that you?
Yes. Sorry, but we haven't found anything.
Have you checked the typewriter?
And the packaging, the letter, and the ribbon reel. We've only found prints left by Cust and his landlady.
Well, never mind, I shall make do.
So, are you still going to hold your meeting?
Of course, Chief Inspector. I can hear my guest coming up the stairs.
Why have you brought us here, Mr. Poirot?
Since Cust's arrest, I thought it was all done and dusted.
Oh, he's looking better.
Miss Gray formally identified him, as well as Miss Barnard.
Yes, and the stockings he saw drove the same brand as the ones found at my aunt's.
This is all true. However, a case is not closed if some questions remain open. And one question is, why did the murderer send me his letters? Why did he challenge me, Hercule Poirot?
Perhaps he wanted to play with you, to taunt you.
Xenophobia? Maybe he didn't like you because you're foreign.
I may be wrong, but maybe by provoking you, he was looking for glory?
Ah.
All these theories should be studied. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Why did the murderer make a mistake in the address? Poirot's address not very well known. Okay, wait. Why did the murderer make a mistake in the address? The mistake is intentional. Why did the killer send his letter to Hercule Poirot? He wrote to Poirot because his address is not very well known.
Is everything clear now?
No.
You might like to explain your reasoning again.
Of course. First of all, remember that the murderer made it a rule to always post his letter before the murder. He never digressed from that rule. However, in Churston, he encountered a problem. The village has only 500 inhabitants. With advance warning, it would be easy to arrest him. Therefore, the murderer delayed his letters deliberately with the wrong address. The plan wouldn't have worked if he'd sent it to Scotland Yard or the papers because everybody knows their addresses. The mistake would have been corrected and the letter would have been on time. That is why the murderer chose me as the recipient.
Wow.
Because for his plan to succeed, it was necessary for at least one of the letters to have a wrong address and get lost. It was very cunning.
Absolument. It is a very subtle plan. It matches the profile we have drawn up of him perfectly. That of an intelligent, daring and calculating murderer.
But that's not how you describe Cust.
Exactly.
You are quite right, mademoiselle. Like you, I find it hard to believe that this dull character is the clever murderer we are looking for.
Do madmen... I mean, if he's mad, he might have two very different sides.
No doubt. But the murderer is not mad. All the specialists agree that he does not have the profile of a psychopath.
But if Cust is not guilty, how do you explain his presence at the scene of the crimes?
Mr.
Right,
Clark,
there
the
we
answer
go.
to your question is in the medical records of your brother's patients. Documents which Cust most certainly did not have access to.
Exactly.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Okay. What do we know about Cust? He is easily influenced. And he was wounded during the war. He's mentally fragile and easy to manipulate. Let's see the dragon. Cust's presence at the crime scene. He's a door-to-door salesman. How to explain? It's not coincidence. Cuss was manipulated. The killer made him go to the town so as to hide his tracks. He did not kill and he did not have Dr. Cart's medical records.
Dr. Clark's patients' records provided a very useful list of potential victims, sorted by alphabetical order. The killer definitely used it, explaining the fact that all the victims were former patients of the doctor. It is this fact that clears Cust once and for all, because he never had access to these records. So how did he happen to be at the scene of the crimes? Either the murderer sent him there, or Cust was following him closely. Cust's highly suggestible nature leads us to the second hypothesis. The murderer was manipulating him. He systematically sent Cust to the towns where he was going to strike, so that the suspicion would land on the poor man's shoulder.
That's evil. What sort of killer could have such a plan? And what would he gain from 3 completely different murders?
Indeed, it seems unlikely that the same murderer committed all the crimes. What should we take from that?
Say that just one murder is of interest to the killer.
Just one murder was of benefit to the murderer. The others were just diversions.
Yeah.
On reflection, there is only one conclusion. The murderer killed once out of interest and twice to divert our attention. This reasoning points at 2 potential culprits.
Thora or Franklin.
Franklin Clark.
Donald Fraser?
Yes, mademoiselle. That's good thinking. Mr. Fraser may have killed Betty out of jealousy. Mr. Clark may have killed his brother in order to inherit his large fortune. Both have a motive.
But Donald did not have access to Dr. Clark's records.
Correct.
Please allow me to disagree with you, mademoiselle.
Oh. Donald was resting at church and Donald's firm work for
He
Clark.
works for Court and Brunskill, one of whose clients was Sir Carmichael.
It doesn't prove that I went to Comeside.
You could have done it. And you may have used the opportunity to take a look at Sir Carmichael's records.
You think I'm guilty?
You or Mr. Franklin Clark?
Which one? Is it going to make us choose?
Both of you have a motive. The question is, which of you has the profiles that most resembles
I think it's
the murderer?
Franklin.
Let us now try and get how Brent
I think
says to
Donald's
work.
too violent. Like... murder carried out to perfection. Megan really like Donald. True gentleman. Clever. Clever. Okay. Okay, Donald is clever. Is Donald sure of himself? No, I don't think he does. He has horrible dreams and guilt and all that. Is Donald a seducer? Well, women seem to like him. Okay, so 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Does Donald like trains? Yes. Okay. Is Donald impulsive? He's quick-tempered. He's not cold. Is Donald generous? Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Donald may share many character traits with the murderer, but he does not have his cold indifference. He has a temper. It is hard to imagine him planning anything. Also, jealousy is his motive, and crimes of passion are rarely planned.
This is true.
Right, I suppose it's my turn to be subjected to the same scrutiny.
Absolument, Mr. Clark.
Absolument.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Okay. I'm having fun. I like this game. Is Franklin clever? Good student but lack discipline. I think it's this one. Yeah. Good student but lack discipline. So he's clever. Is Franklin self-confident? Yes. Is Franklin a seducer? Yeah. Is Franklin like trains? Oh yes, the Railway Children, of course. I have my copy right here. Is Franklin impulsive? Yes. If you weren't a real cool-blooded. Is Franklin generous? Yes. He offered to pay.
As you have all seen,
He's
there is a
matched.
disturbing similarity between Mr. Clark's profile and that of the killer. In actual fact, it is exactly the same.
Woo!
Mr. Poirot, your psychological studies are interesting, but your conclusions do not add up. Why would I have wished my brother's death? The inheritance is lawfully mine. I just have to wait.
But Thor
No,
isn't.
you had to act quickly. Because of Miss Grey.
Mm-hmm.
Mademoiselle, although you haven't been telling the truth, there is no doubt in my mind that you would have found a way to marry Sir Carmichael after Lady Clark's death.
Mm-hmm.
For you, Mr. Clark, it was a disaster. If Miss Grey had children by your brother, you would not have inherited a thing.
Mm-hmm.
You realized the danger after reading several letters from Comside, especially one in which your brother opened his heart to you. So you hurried home from China, and you took action. In truth, Cust was no more than a puppet manipulated by the real culprit. You, Mr. Clark.
Such an imagination, Mr. Poirot. In fact, nobody manipulated Cust. The famous instructions he received by post. He wrote them on the typewriter. We know that for sure.
Oh no. You know perfectly well. That is not true. Eh bien voilà. Light has now been shed on the ABC murders.
Your theories are ingenious, but you haven't any proof.
One point to him. For the moment, I have no material proof. Either I admit to it, or I bluff.
Oh, do we bluff? Lie about the fingerprints found on Cust's typewriter. Oh, what do we do? Invent an item of proof. I don't think the tobacco shop is the way to go. Fingerprints or go with the truth? What should we do? I don't know which one to choose. Like, I could see him being like, the proof is going to be easier to find because XYZ. Or do we catch him? Do we call his bluff kind of thing? I don't want to be set free. I want to catch a murderer. I'm gonna lie.
One thing proves it. The prints you left on Cust's typewriter.
Enough.
Ah!
Oh, of course, you wiped the typewriter before sending it. But not carefully enough. Scotland Yard
Did we
has
get him?
found your print along with those of Cust.
Did we get him?
I understand why you never wanted to lend me your new typewriter. And why you were searching for your brother's things. And the hole you dug on the moors. What did you hide there? The knife you used to kill your brother?
Game, set, match. You win, Mr. Poirot. But it was worth trying.
We chose wisely. Poirot told a little white lie. Oh! There's the gun.
I'll never let you take me, Mr. Poirot.
Oh, oh no. Oh, he took the gun and it's full of blanks. I'm so good. Ah. Yes, that
I'm
feels
sorry, Mr.
so
Clark.
good.
There is no easy death for you. I expected your reactions.
Oh.
I'm sorry, mademoiselle, but your second chance has been lost. Franklin Clark will never inherit his brother's fortune.
Should have seduced the wife. Always seduce the wife. Au revoir. Bye-bye. I'm so pleased with
Disappointed at
myself.
having missed the chance to become Lady Clark, Thora Grey left England.
Oh, went to Paris.
Donald Fraser and Megan Barnard married.
Oh, nice. That jacket looks rather large on him.
On Poirot's recommendation, Mary Drower started to work for Lady Clark.
Oh,
The
nice.
elderly lady's condition suddenly took a turn for the better. And a few months later, to Dr. Logan's great surprise, she was back on her feet again. According to this eminent physician, it appears to be an extremely rare case of spontaneous remission. Lady Clark has enjoyed very good health ever since.
Really? Or was she being poisoned?
Journal of an Innocent. The incredible story of ABC.
Ah.
As for A.B. Cust, after being advised by Poirot, he made a great deal of money by selling his story to the press. And as for me, and with business booming, the Black Swan has become the #1 tourist attraction in the whole of Yorkshire, even more popular than York Minster.
York Minster. Well done, Poirot. Good advice. I'm running the hotel now. Hey, look, we still got 1 hour and 42 minutes left. I thought there'd be more than that. We could end the night with some Spiritfarer. Well, that was fun. I enjoyed that. I wonder what I missed. Or if it's possible to miss anything. I don't feel like there was... I mean, other than little achievement trophies, I suppose. Let's see the bonuses.
When
Right, here's the
Franklin
timeline.
understands that his brother's inheritance is going to be stolen from under his nose, he decides to get rid of him. In order not to be considered as a suspect, he has the idea of including the murder as part of a series that the police will put down to a madman.
I can't-
Franklin uses Sir Carmichael's medical records to choose his victims as well as the ideal suspect, Alexander Bonaparte Cust, who was seriously wounded in the
Again,
war
and the doctor
suffers
having
from
another
bouts of
patient
amnesia.
who has
Franklin
ABC.
writes the letters he will send me before each murder on his own typewriter in advance. He contacts Cust by letter and offers him a job. Cust
Right,
is convinced
sending him the
that he's
typewriter.
working for a hosiery company. In reality, it is Franklin that sends him his instructions, his goods, and even his typewriter. When we receive the first letter, Hastings thinks that it is a joke. As for me, filled with foreboding, I prefer to inform Chief Inspector Japp. Following his written instructions, Cust goes to Andover. He visits Mrs. Asher's tobacco shop and sells her a pair of stockings. After Cust's visit, Franklin, in turn, enters the tobacco shop. Mrs. Asher is not suspicious of the murderer, whom she takes to be an ordinary customer. The old lady turns around to take a packet of cigarettes. She is beaten to death. We investigate the first murder with Hastings. No suspect has a motive. A few weeks later, we receive a second letter.
Just the
signed
idea that
ABC.
in order to get away with the murder that you want to commit,
Victim's
you
name
have
should
to,
start with the letter B.
like, the solution to
Alexander
hide it is to
Bonaparte
commit
Cust
2
goes to
more
Betsy.
murders.
He serves Mrs. Barnard a pair of stockings. Betty Barnard leaves her work. She's dressed to go out. The young woman is strangled on the beach. Betty was killed by the man who had arranged to meet her that evening, the seducer Franklin Clark. In Bexhill, Donald Fraser appears to be the perfect suspect for Betty's murder, but he has no connection with Mrs. Asher. 5 days after the Bexhill murder, Cust goes to Churston for his work. In the afternoon, Thora Grey turns away a stocking seller. After dinner, Sir Carmichael Clark takes his usual walk. His brother waits for him, hidden behind a bush. The murderer leaps out from his hiding place and cuts Sir Clark's throat. The third letter arrived late. Franklin deliberately wrote a wrong address. In Churston, Thorogray and Franklin
That
Clark
was a bit of
are the main
information.
suspects. Back in London, Cust is seized by violent coughing fit and brings up blood. He stains his shirt, which later frightens his landlady. We receive the final letter from ABC. The next murder will be in Doncaster. The second general meeting in London highlights the common point between the victims: stockings and a throat condition. Custer's landlady telephones the Scotland Yard to tell them about her suspicions. Cust is arrested shortly afterwards in Doncaster.
What would have happened if
Franklin
she
had
hadn't
planned a fourth murder in Doncaster?
called
He
Scotland Yard?
abandons the idea after Custer's arrest. Cust confesses to the crimes he did not commit. He's an easy culprit.
Too easy.
Franklin Clark is unmasked. He is the true culprit and the man who manipulated Cust. And there we have it. Another case solved by Hercule Poirot.
And look at all of our trophies. Look, we can go all the way back. Are we missing any? I think we've got all the mustaches. Oh, eagle's eye. Small donkey, medium. Oh, this is if you mess up quite badly. Cleaning tomcat. I bet you there was like a mirror that I missed or something. Incense burner. Sheriff mustache. I bet you. I wonder if we had put real bullets in the gun. Thor's hammer. You've tamed the Nordic firestorm. Thorogray was unable to protect her secrets, and you have brought them to light with the force of your logic. Ah. Black dragon, dragon smoke. On your own initiative, thanks to your talent in graphology, you have proved the common origin of the letters sent by the killer. Yeah, that was fun. I would absolutely do another one of those. I think there's a whole series. Let's see. Agatha Christie. This was the one, it's on my wish list. This was really expensive though. Or more so. No, I don't see any others. Panic room. Huh. That's too bad. I wish they had made other ones like that. But like the ABC Murders ones.